Hello, Pisces. Welcome to your weekly forecast for May 16th through the 22nd. We're going to check in here and see what messages are coming up for Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. You might stumble upon this video outside of the time frame I mentioned, and that's just fine. You're going to find it whenever you're meant to hear the messages. If it's a month from now, a year from now, keep in mind it is a general reading for the collective. Not every single message will resonate. That's okay. Take what does, leave what doesn't. So without further ado, my dears and my darlings, let's see what's coming up here for the Pisces collective. And I'm going to move you all just a little bit closer. Okay. Alrighty. So first card coming up here for our Pisces friends is the Queen of Swords. You feisty little fishies. You guys have had this ongoing theme for a while now, for several months, where like you're just fed up with a lot of stuff. You're fed up dealing with people's drama. You're fed up with like having to put yourself on the back burner for other people. You're just finding certain situations to be very unfulfilling, and you're taking a stand. And I love that, and I feel that that's beautiful. But that theme seems to be continuing here, having the Queen of Swords coming up as your very first card in your reading for the week ahead. Now, it doesn't surprise me because we are in Mercury retrograde, and Mercury is currently moving through Gemini. So some of you may be picking up on that air element. Some of you may be in the realm of thought. And since Mercury is moving backward, retrograde through Gemini, you may be thinking about the things that are very adverse in your life. You may be thinking about the things that are conflicting or the things that are in your way. And you're like, I don't want this to be in my way anymore, or I'm tired of dealing with the situation. So you may have things coming up in your mind this week, Gemini, where it's very clear to you all of a sudden which boundaries need to be laid down, which cords need to be cut, which things are a waste of your time that you're not going to be doing anymore. Okay? I feel in regards to this, some of you may be I don't want to say abandoning, but you may be letting certain people know that you're no longer going to be available for certain projects or assignments or things that you've been working on or collaborating, because you may feel like this is not producing fruit. This is not creating progress. So I'd rather take my time and my energy and put it into something that's going to be more worthwhile for me. So maybe you've been working on something for a long time and there just isn't progress. I feel also here for some of you, this could be in terms of somebody you've been working with to help you or lead you or guide you. And you may feel like, I think I've come to the end of the road with this person. I feel like they've helped me as much as they can possibly help me. And now I need to find the next mentor or the next teacher or the next person to collaborate with, because I think that whatever I was going to learn here, I've learned it. And sometimes the student surpasses the teacher, and that can be the element here for some of you Pisces. You may be surpassing a teacher or a leader or somebody who's been guiding you, and a lot of this can be because you're waking up, or you're waking up into a new level, and maybe this person, this teacher, this mentor has not woken up to that level yet, and you're like, okay, time to move on to something else, time to connect with something else. The Queen of Swords can also come up in terms of time management. And so some of you might be feeling a lot more protective of your time. And at first, Pisces, I feel like you're feeling it in terms of like impatience. And you're telling yourself, oh, come on, Pisces, don't be so impatient. What's the rush? Calm down. But pay attention. Pay attention to anything that's like nails going down the chalkboard for you as you're waiting for something. Or for some of you, it can be, for some of you, I feel like you're on the phone with somebody and like in your mind you're like, oh my god, just get to the point already. But then you're telling yourself, calm down, relax, it's fine, be patient, be understanding, be compassionate. No, this, pay attention to that feeling, because that's like your inner self and that's your intuition telling you this person is robbing you of valuable time unnecessarily. And that's time you could be putting into resting, into recharging, into praying, meditating, creating, working, enjoying your life, listening to music, making love, preparing a meal. Like it's time you could be using for many other things that are going to be much better for you than to just have somebody draining your battery unnecessarily. So pay attention to that. Text messages that pop up, you see somebody's name or phone number and you kind of cringe. These are people that you need to have boundaries in place as far as how much time you're allowing them to take from you. Next card coming up for Pisces is you. The Knight of Cups. Okay, so this could be you embracing your lovely, wonderful, beautiful water sign energy. Our poor Knight of Cups gets a bad reputation because a lot of people are used to watching tarot for love and romance. And one, I emphasize very heavily, one of the meanings or layers of the Knight of Cups is like a playboy or a Casanova or a Don Juan. That's one of the layers or the meanings. So, unfortunately, Knight of Cups has gotten typecast for a lot of people. They see the Knight of Cups and they get angry and they hate the Knight of Cups. Poor little Knight of Cups is so much more than that. That Knight of Cups is not going to mean that every single time. Even in a love reading, Knight of Cups is not going to be a Don Juan or a Casanova or a player every single time. It depends on the energies coming up. It depends on the other cards coming up around it. It doesn't have to be that's what it means every single time. Now, if you're new to my channel, in the weekly forecasts, I like to focus on you and your energy and your journey and less about other people. And I do love and romance separately. So love and romance readings for May are linked in the description of this video. So Knight of Cups is a beautiful energy because Knight of Cups is about the pursuit of beauty and inspiration and art and a sense of adventure. Knight of Cups is a beautiful, beautiful card in the way that we're experiencing the world around us and allowing our heart to open up and to receive. Okay? So this is music, poetry, art, beauty, inspiration, the things that make the heart smile. And this is confirming what I was half jokingly talking about when I said some of you are setting boundaries because you're realizing you can be spending this time, creating, relaxing, making love, and flat out, here is a Knight of Cups saying that it's time for you to go on that quest and do the things that inspire you and do the things that make your heart smile and give you a sense of adventure. And for some reason, I started playing in my head a song I haven't listened to in a while, but it's a song I really, really love. It's a kind of an out there song that Johnny Cash did with U2, and it's called The Wanderer. And there's a line in the song that says, I went out there in search of experience to taste and to touch and to feel as much as a man can before he repents. So in saying this, I'm not telling you all to go out there and live a life of debauchery. That's not what I'm saying. Unless that's your thing. If that's your thing, then you do you. But this is a time, Pisces, where a lot of you may be going on a journey in terms of self-discovery, to figure out what you want and what you like. You may have gone through so many changes in a short period of time. Some of you may have grown up very stifled, or some of you may have been on autopilot for quite some time. And you're coming into a time of like discovering yourself and figuring out what you want to do. And this is the thing, is I feel like for a lot of you, this is in terms of stability, security, and settling down. And you're trying to figure out what that's going to look like for you. Like, what is going to be your end game, or what is going to be, some of you hear me talk about 10 of Cups. That 10 of Cups is going to be different for each person, because 10 of Cups is contentment, fulfillment, inner peace, and it's your happily ever after. And we don't all have the same happily ever after. So I feel this Knight of Cups is like, it's the pursuit to figure out what your 10 of Cups is. Like you're kind of going out there and you're trying to piece together and to figure out, what do I want to do for the rest of my life? And I don't mean that in terms of work or in terms of how you're making your money. I mean in terms of like where you're ending up, how you're ending up, who you're ending up with. And so I feel there's like this quest of self-discovery that you're coming into. So that means that you're having to set down boundaries with certain people or situations that are taking too much of your time, so that you can focus on this quest and this like discovering of yourself. Okay? For some of you, I feel like you're presenting somebody with something. Like you're maybe like you've been shy, or you've been uncertain about sharing something with someone. So I don't know if this is like something you're doing creatively that you're deciding to share with a particular person, or somebody's been inspiring you and you're going to tell them like, hey, this is something you inspired, or this is something I made for you, or painted for you, or wrote for you. I don't know, some of you might be wanting to tell somebody how you feel about them, or sharing something that they inspired, or vice versa, Pisces. Somebody may be doing that to you. Somebody may be coming forward and like giving you a gift, or expressing ways in which you have inspired them or moved them, or something that they made or wrote for you. I'm getting a sense of like, I don't want to say a confession, but like a declaration, like, hey, I just want you to know. Or, some of you, there could be a new romantic relationship coming in. Being that the Knight of Cups is here, though, I feel like the energy here would be more along the lines of like exploring a romance, but not putting huge expectations on it. And that might be like a mutual thing. That's not to say that the Knight of Cups can't mature to the King of Cups or even the Emperor. But for the time being, it just may be something that is being approached as like, it is what it is. It'll be whatever it's going to be. Like not putting a lot of pressure or expectation, because this could be a time of self-discovery, not just for you, but for somebody else as well. So there could just be like, we'll just see what happens kind of energy. Next card coming up here is the Star card. Okay, this card also came up for Libra. I'm sorry, I'm giggling here because I know of a Pisces Libra situation, but I also know that oh no, never mind, no, that's something else. Okay, but I do know of a Pisces Libra situation. Okay, so this card also came up for Libra, and so that being said, some of you may be dealing with a Libra. This could be a very significant connection, significant soulmate. It could be somebody with a Libra placement as well, sun, moon, rising, Venus. However, this card is associated with the astrological sign of Aquarius. Some of you could be dealing with an Aquarius. If you have an Aquarius placement, there could be big changes or big shifts happening for you in those areas of your life, or in those houses. Now, the star card comes to us with a beautiful message. This, if you know anything about the tarot and the major arcana, the star card immediately follows the tower. The tower is the chaos, the sudden destruction, everything falling apart, right? It's just kind of like a massive uh, chaos in our life, right? But the star card comes after the tower with the message that congratulations, you've made it out of the worst, you've survived the worst is behind you now, and now you're coming into a time of stability where you can make plans, where your plans actually are going to stick. They're going to take root. They're going to grow and be successful. And so maybe Pisces, for some of you, life up until now has been very unpredictable. Maybe you even kind of have told yourself, like, look, I'm not gonna make any promises. I'm not gonna get my heart set on any specific outcomes, because the way my life goes, man, it's just like, I don't, like, the wind is gonna blow and it's just gonna be whatever I'm blown to, right? Maybe life has been that way up until now. However, the star card tells us that this is a time that you're going to have stability and security, and you can make long-term plans that are going to succeed. Star card also comes up with the message of comfortable retirement and abundance. Income, financial income, that's coming to you from more than one stream or more than one avenue. Okay? This is also healing, being seen, being celebrated, being acknowledged. Okay. It can also be a card that comes up when there's very uh, intense chemistry in a situation. So some of you may be manifesting not just chemistry, but like sensuality, or having certain physical needs met in a way that maybe you feel like you haven't. Again, I don't focus on love and romance in the weekly forecast, but sometimes certain messages come up that touch on that, and when they do, I share them. But I do feel this sense in the star card for some of you, the physical aspect of the star card for some of you. Now, the next card coming up for Pisces is the Queen of Wands. How funny. These two cards came in, and I shuffled. You guys saw me shuffle. I shuffled thoroughly. These two cards came in back to back for Libra. I'm pretty sure it was Libra. So some of you could be dealing with a Libra. If you have Libra placement, you may want to go back and check out the readings there, or the reading there. And some of you could be dealing with someone who is a Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. But the Queen of Wands came up for Libra in a little bit of a different way than it's coming up for you guys. Some of you have heard me say in the past, in previous videos, that the Queen of Wands can come up when we're feeling angry or agitated, and like standing up for ourselves and reaching for more or reaching for higher. And though you guys have been in this feisty energy for a while, I don't feel anger in your energy, Pisces. I feel like you're past the anger. You're beyond the anger. You're just kind of looking forward and eager to experience better things. And so I feel the Queen of Wands for you all in the sense of like the passion, the drive, the ambition, the creativity, the lust for life. That's how I'm feeling Queen of Wands for Pisces or for the Pisces collective. So some of you may be in this like feisty kind of energy. Um, Queen of Wands can also sometimes for me in a reading be uh another woman coming into a situation, which is interesting because we have the it doesn't have to be a woman, but like just like a temptation coming in. So some of you, there could be a boundary that you're setting with someone because maybe like you're telling them like I'm still not sure, I still want to see what's out there, and there may be a temptation, whether this is a relationship or some other opportunity in your life. There could be somebody that's trying to lock you into some type of a commitment, some type of a contract. It doesn't have to be a relationship. For some of you, it could be, you know, but I feel like somebody might be trying to like lock you down into something, and you may be setting the boundary and turning it back around on them and saying, hold on now, hold on now. Like, you know, I have to figure this out. I need to know what I'm doing, where I'm going, right? I'm not going to commit to something if I can't honor that commitment. I'm not going to, you know, sign a 10-year lease or a 10-year contract, or, you know, get married or move in if it's something that I'm not 100% certain about. And for some of you, with this star card, with this Queen of Wands, there's something shiny in your eye right now. And so some of you may be going out to explore that. Whether it's another work opportunity, another city, another state, um, another project, a way of life, you know, a person, right? But I just feel like some of you are like, I just need to go and taste and touch and try and see before I can pick something. Um, it could be kind of, I don't know. It can be kind of tricky though. I'm gonna say this, Pisces. I feel like you're getting ready to settle down in your life, right? But you're trying these different things, or you want to try these different options. I feel that as long as you're honest and transparent with everybody involved, I do feel like there can be a happy ending, or there can be like a win-win situation here, as long as you're being upfront, as long as you're being honest, as long as you're coming from a sincere, loving place, and there's no deception. I feel like this could be a very rewarding experience for you. That you're you know, standing up for yourself, you're going out on a limb, and you're exercising your free will. And that's a beautiful thing. You may want to check out your moon sign and rising sign videos. Some weeks those might resonate more than your sun sign. You may need a private reading, which I'm more than happy to do for you. If you click on the link in the description of this video, it will take you to calendly.com/amethystangelite. You can schedule a private reading with me there. Love readings for me are linked in the description. Don't forget to check out the weekly forecasts. I'm in the daily messages, I want to say. Every single day I've been posting a daily message that a lot of people have found helpful. So hopefully we'll see you all in the daily messages as well. Thank you for watching, liking, sharing, commenting, subscribing. Have a wonderful week, my dears.